Call me. It's important.
Thank you for coming in, Mrs. Crinthos.
This is pointless. I already answered all your questions the other night, the floating rib.
When Mary Pat's head was found?
You guys are wasting your time. I'm not answering any questions without my attorney present.
Then how do you explain the strands of hair found in the hands of Mary Pat Ingles' decapitated body?
Any theories on how they got there?
Isn't that the job of the PCPD? I mean, you follow the clues, and then through deductive reasoning, you come up with your own theories. If you're going to ask my client to do your job for you, I'm going to insist that the city refund a commensurate amount of her taxes.
Miss Miller, always a pleasure.
Likewise, Commissioner.
It really is. Every time you tear me to shreds, I feel like I learned something.
Well, thank you, Detective. Sarcasm, original.
And as it happens, we're doing exactly what you described. We followed the clues, and they brought us right to your client.
We have a witness that can attest to threats being exchanged between the victim and Mrs. Crinthos.
Purely coincidental. Your evidence is circumstantial at best.
Given that Mrs. Corinthus was present when the head was found, and we have a headless body clutching strands of her hair in its hand, we'd be derelict in our duty if we didn't investigate.
My client cooperated with you fully when you initially questioned her, so unless you're charging
We
her,
don't think Carly did this.
No, not for a second.
then what, pray tell, are we all doing here?
Bear with me. The killer appears to know what they're doing. They surgically separated Mary Pat Ingalls' head from her body.
Placed the head and body in public places so it would be found.
Presumably planted Carly's hair in the victim's hand.
Implicating that you could have been simple expedients, given your history with the victim.
Alternatively, Nurse Ingalls caused you grievous harm. Harm your husband would be in the position to redress.
Oh, I see. So this is a gambit to get at Sonny.
While neither Sonny nor Carly possess the medical skill to commit such a crime, Sonny certainly has the resources to retain someone to do it for him.
That does not sound like Sonny. Sonny is usually accused of making people disappear, rather than making their bodies appear in public in the most gruesome way conceivable.
I have a question for you. Since the rest of the body was found at Ava's gallery, why isn't Ava a person of interest?
What motive would Ava have to kill Mary Pat?
Ava would do anything to tear Avery away from us. Cutting off someone's head and planting my hair on the body, I wouldn't put it past her. Would you put it past her?
No.
No.
That's a bit of a stretch.
Unlikely, but possible.
You're damn right, it's possible. Ava has the connections and the resources. She would have no problem finding someone to do the deed and set me up for it.
So I'm just going to assume that Ava Jerome is also being questioned?
I can assure you both we are exploring all avenues.
So are we finally done here?
For now, Carly, you're free to go.
Thank you.
But you're still a person of interest, so...
I have no intention of leaving town, given my family, my business, and my entire life is here. On the other hand, you might want to figure out how half of Mary Pat ended up holding my hair.